if they're not already closed. And if you have your tea or whatever beverage and you feel to take a sip, please do so right now. And when you do, pay attention to how it feels as it travels all the way down the throat and into the belly, into your stomach. And notice what else you feel on the inside. Perhaps if the water is chilled, you may feel a coolness. Or if it's room temperature, you might not even notice it at all. What else are you feeling on the inside? Deep, deep, deep inside. And now start to move from the inside a little bit further out. What feelings or sensations or vibrations are emanating from within? Maybe you can feel the heartbeat. Maybe you can feel the breath flowing through the body. Feel the expansion and contraction of your lungs and your rib cage as you breathe in and out. Perhaps imagining your diaphragm moving up and down as you exhale and inhale. And going out a little bit further, having had that water, that sip of water or the sip of your tea, how does your skin feel? How does your body feel? Does it feel warm? Is there coolness about it? Maybe you feel a little bit clammy. Who knows? How does the skin feel? And as you're seated with your legs crossed, and depending on what you're wearing, how does your skin feel against the floor, against your mat or your yoga block? And then noticing the feel of your fabric on your skin. Is it soft? Does it feel too tight? Is it comfortable? Does it move with you as you breathe in and out? What else can you notice? Perhaps the warmth of your hands on your thighs. The warmth of your breath as you exhale. The coolness as you inhale. And going beyond the skin and the clothes covering your skin. What is the temperature in the room that you're in? What does the air feel like? What can you smell? What can you hear? Keeping the awareness of your surroundings and your body, your clothing. Come back to that point deep within. And begin to move in a circular motion. Continuing to allow your breath to flow. And as you're moving in this circular way, notice how the body feels from the inside out and from the outside in. Change direction. One more circle. And then come back to center. You can let your fingertips come to the floor. Take an inhale and bring one arm up, doesn't matter which. Notice your arm as you move it over to the side, coming into a side bend. Noticing where the fingertips end. Inhale back to the middle and exhale to release. Do this with your eyes closed as much as possible so you can really tune in. Go ahead and change sides. Tune into your body as you're moving it through space. Being aware from which point you're stretching and which point the end of your limb meets or reaches. Last time to the opposite side. And then reach both arms all the way up. Feel the tips of the fingers, perhaps they might even be tingling a little bit. Feel the weight of the pelvis, rooting it down to the earth. Take a full breath in, reach up. And exhale, bring the arms down to shoulder height. Palms can face down. Take another full breath in and exhale, round your spine. And then you can bring the palms to meet, interlace the fingers and spin the palms to face out. Chin moves towards chest. It's not touching. And then inhale, guide the arms up. Open up the arms, draw them, bend the elbows, palms face forward, draw the elbows to the sides of the ribs, lift the chest and the heart up. And then go ahead and now bring the arms back around in front, interlace the fingers as you exhale, spin the palms out, pinkies and thumbs touch. And inhale, reach all the way up. Elbows to the sides of the ribs. It's a nice long inhale. Let's do that again. Bring the palms together, interlace the fingers, spin the palms out. As you exhale, inhale, move it all the way up. And release. Moving into a twist. Sweep both arms up once again. Feel the warmth in the body as we continue to move. And exhale, twist to one side. Bring the arms down. Fingertips reaches for the knee of one hand. The other hand goes to the back. Notice any shift in the body here. Maybe the weight needs to be redistributed. Take another full breath in. Allow the crown of the head to lift up even higher to the sky, and exhale, perhaps twist a little bit more deeply. Inhale, unwind and come back up to center. Reach both arms up. And exhale, tone the navel, draw the navel into the spine as you twist to the opposite side. Are you leaning forward? Are you leaning back? Where's the heart in relation to the pelvis here? Another full breath in. Keep the expansion of the rib cage, draw the navel in, and exhale, twist a little bit more deeply and look over towards the shoulder. Feel the stretch in your neck, maybe even down the traps to the top of the shoulder. And then slowly unwind, inhale, sweep both arms all the way up once again. Bring the palms to meet. Feel the warmth of your hands as they come together. That's if you were holding on to the cup of tea. And on the exhalation, bring the hands to the heart. Please come all the way down onto your back into constructive rest. Now that we've shifted position and we've moved our body a little bit, we may be feeling different sensations. Just continuously or continue to keep that awareness from within to the extremities and from the extremities all the way in. Feel the vibration, feel the pulsation as you breathe in and out and move your body through space. Separate your knees, extend your left leg fully along your mat. Press your heel into the mat. Move your attention to your inner left thigh and spin your inner left thigh down towards the earth and keep your left leg grounded. That is your foundation. Stay connected to the earth through the power of your leg. Bring your right knee into your chest. Choose to hold on to your shin or the back of the thigh. If your knees don't like that extra bend, then I'd recommend holding on to the back of the thigh. As you pull your knee into your chest, notice your lower back. Perhaps it's getting closer to the mat. Allow that to happen just for a breath. And then against the drawing in of the knee, start to tip the pelvis forward to pull the low back up away from the mat. Notice the change that occurs in your entire spine. Perhaps the neck starts to feel a little bit longer. Breathe into the back of the body. Keep the shoulder blades rooted onto the mat, just as you have your heel in the back of your left leg. And now bring your right leg into a half happy baby form. Holding on to the baby toe side edge of the foot, or take the hand to the back of the thigh and bring it over to the right. Keep the shoulder blade of the right side down. And you're continuing to lift the lower back and keep it off the mat. And the sacrum gets heavy here. On your next inhalation, slowly release it. And then exhale, take your right knee over to your left for a twist. You can take your left hand to the outside of the right thigh and guide it gently down towards the earth. Notice any sensations. Maybe the belly might be reacting to this twist, the stomach, the compression that's happening here. One more full breath in and out. And then very slowly tone the belly and come back to center. Draw your knee in one last time. Stretch the leg up. Take your hands to the back of the thigh and press the thigh down into your hands, offering support and resistance. And again, being really clear and deliberate with the lifting of the lower back off the mat. And again, noticing any change in the spine. And then release. You can take your right leg all the way down. Bring your left knee in. But again, really keeping that awareness alive. So go ahead and draw the left knee way in and allow the lower back to get onto the mat. Remember, we're paying attention to everything. So notice what's happening in your spine. The more you bring the leg in, the more rounding we're getting in the spine. What's happening with the chin, the back of the neck. And now against that drawing in of the knee to the chest, start to lift the lower back off. Fill the back of the body from the sacrum all the way up to the back of the neck with breath. And now go ahead and come into that half happy baby form. The minute you get a hold of your foot, draw the head of the left arm bone back and then slide the shoulder blade onto the back of the rib cage and then hook it in place. Squeeze the muscles to keep it in place. Stay grounded in your right leg. Take a breath and exhale. Take your left knee over to your right. The knee does not have to touch the floor. Inhale, tone the belly. On the exhalation, come back. Draw the knee in. And then take the leg up, hands to the back of the thigh. Actively press the back of the thigh into the hands. Your arms are going to be straight, shoulders down. Full breath in, full breath out. And slowly release. Gather both of your knees into your chest. Give yourself a little hug and squeeze without letting the lower back get too close to the ground. So you're focusing on keeping the sacrum heavy. You can shift a little bit from side to side. And then make your way up and come onto your hands and knees. You can choose to take the feet down. This is my way here of late. Shifting hips off to one side, rolling over and pressing yourself up. On your hands and knees, fingers spread nice and wide. Just take a couple rounds of cat-cow, and this doesn't have to be traditional. You can do whatever you want here. Let the head drop, maybe. Let the shoulders sink towards each other. Let the belly drop. This is a really tired cow. And then let's take it into very vibrant and alive cat. Lift the gaze this time on this tired cow. And then come back into the vibrant cat. Good, come back to center. Shift your hips back towards your heels. Walk your hands further forward. Just for a moment in active child's pose. Feel the belly Resting on the top of the thighs, take a full breath into the back of the heart and exhale fully. Inhale, shift forward, pay attention to your hands and really press into your hands and use the strength of your arms to push your hips towards the heels and pick your bum all the way up for your downward facing dog. With this shift now with the heart over the head, notice what you feel here. Notice where your body is in relation to space, keeping the legs relatively straight. Pick your right leg up, keeping the hips level, and step your right foot forward. Rest your left knee down. Take the left foot and just bring it a little bit in towards the midline. So it's right now, the heel is in line with the knee. So just bring it in a little bit. And then come up. Take your hands to the top of the right thigh. Draw your right hip back. Take the right hand into the hip crease. Inhale, sweep the left arm up. And exhale, reach up and over to the right. Really squeeze the glute, the butt cheek, the left butt cheek. So you feel that stretch through your left hip flexor. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, take the left hand down. You can unkickstand the foot, maybe walk the knee back a little bit. Keep squeezing into the midline. Take a full breath in and sweep your right arm up and exhale into your twist. Bring the right hand down on the inside of the right leg. Lift your left knee and now turn to walk around to face alongside of your mat. So make all 10 toes face alongside of the mat as well. We're moving into a wide-legged functional forward fold. So take the lock out of your knee. So bend them a little bit, not too much. We don't want to get the hip flexors involved. Hug your outer shins in towards each other. Hold that hug. And against that, the same way we did with the leg and the spine, spin the inner thighs back. Notice how that gives a bit more room through the pelvis and you're able to lengthen the spine more. Shift your weight into your heels and start to walk cat-like with the hands forward to counterbalance. Claw the tops of the fingers into the earth. Keep hinging the hips back. Full breath in. Elongate the spine. Expand the rib cage with your breath. Keep that length and expansion and then draw the navel in. If the chin is too close to the chest, draw the chin in to lift the back of the neck, keeping it nice and long. Full breath in. Exhale, tone. Shift back so that the weight is equally distributed between both feet. Walk your hands back. This time, however, well, I was going to ask you to spin around so you're backing me, but perhaps not. Walk back, so bend the right knee, get the inner thigh stretch on the left leg. And now turn back to the front of your mat and take it back into downward dog, Adho Mukha. Let's take a nice slow vinyasa here. So shift forward into a plank, rest your knees. And exhale into your chaturanga, pause, come all the way down onto the belly. Take Bhujangasana, inhale, curl the heart forward and up. Exhale, lower back down. Take the arms around behind you, interlace your fingers, take it into Shalambhasana. Legs can stay down if you wish. Inhale, reach. And exhale, release. Hands by the ribs, press yourself up. To downward dog, press into the hands, lift up. Left leg lifts. Step it forward. Right knee rest. Kickstand, just a little bit. It's not a whole lot. It's just less, way less than what you do. So the foot is almost like coming in the midline. towards the midline. Draw the left hip back, come on up. So this is just to help you find that awareness of where your hip is in space, but you don't have to keep it there unless it feels good for you and you like that feedback. Inhale, right arm reaches up. Turn on the power of the right butt cheek, the right glute, and exhale up and over. Inhale, back up to center. Exhale, release. Bring the leg back in line or the heel back in line. Make sure that it's still pointing up. Come a little bit lower if that's available to you. Hug in strongly. Take a full breath in and exhale. Sweep the left fingertips up. Be aware of your extremities and notice what's happening with the knees falling out to the side. Could we draw in a little bit more? Big inhale, exhale, slow release. And now walk around once again to face the long side of your mat. This time we will always have that knee joint thing where we're not locking it, regardless of what we're doing in this wide-legged shape. Come up onto your fingertips or hands to blocks. Hug the shins, move the inner thighs back apart. Inhale, nice long spine. And now exhale, allow the heart to soften. You're maintaining that nice long spine. So notice if you've lost it or you've let it go. Shoulders, move them away from the ears. So you feel the shoulder blades slide towards the hips, and then you can squeeze them onto the back of the ribs there. Keep your hands where they are, or choose to hold on to the outer edges of your shins to help you with that hug. Or big toes can be connected and wrapped around with the peace fingers and cap off with the thumbs. If you're taking that option, make sure the elbows are pointing outward. Prasarita Padottanasana form. One more breath. Inhale, release your bind if you chose to bind. And on the exhalation, go ahead and bend your left knee so you get the stretch through the right leg. And then very slowly make your way back to the front of your mat. Step it back to your downward dog, and let's take another slow vinyasa. From your downward dog, shift forward into your plank. Rest your knees. Exhale, lower into your chaturanga. Come all the way down. Really root the legs and the pelvis. Press gently down with the palms. Pick the shoulders up. Inhale, heart moves forward and up, Bhujangasana. Exhale, slowly release. Let's take Shalabhasana, hands behind interlock fingers. Inhale, lift up. And exhale, release. Hands by ribs, tuck toes. Inhale to knees. Exhale, down dog. Take a full breath in and out in your downward facing dog. 2 more. Go ahead and bring your right shin to the front of your mat for pigeon. Ekapada Raja Kapottasana. Take the left knee down. Just walk it back. Make sure the heel is pointing up. So without even looking back, just draw your attention to your left foot. Notice how the feet or your toes are positioned on the mat. And that'll tell you if you can barely feel the big toe on the mat, then you know the heel is off to the side. So just engage the inner thigh and roll it back so it's pointing up straight. Take a full breath and lift up. Exhale, hold it here so you get that stretch through the hip flexor. You may even feel a pull in the belly. That's the psoas muscle there. Getting a good, deep, good, nice stretch. And you can stay up here if you like, or you can come down. But if you're going to stay up here, let's try something. Take the right hand into the middle. Make sure you walk the left knee back far enough that you've cleared the patella and you're on that sweet spot. Start to engage the hamstring to bend your left knee. Take the left arm out, full breath in, and exhale. Sweep it back to grab the foot. Kick the foot into the hand and allow that to lift you up more. If you don't like that, pull the heel in towards the bum a little bit more. Stretching out the quads. You're going to be sitting a lot today, so we're just getting you ready to sit. One more breath. And then slowly release, flex the ankle, engage your hamstring so you don't slingshot the leg away from you. Ooh, and release. Good. Full breath in, reach up. Exhale it back, downward dog. Left shin. Right knee down. So keep flexion through the left ankle. Come up nice and high onto the fingertips. Really pay attention to what's happening in your body from the inside all the way out. Everything we do has an effect. So really focus on what you're feeling, what's coming up for you. Really lift up from the pubic bone, all the way down here, stretch, all the way up to the sternum. Full breath in. And exhale. Allow yourself to sink more deeply, but without losing the integrity of the length of your spine. Take your left hand into the middle. You can stay up on fingertips. Make sure you cleared the knee bone, that biscuit. Oh, Shirley biscuits. And then go ahead and bend your right knee. Pull the heel in. Stay there. That's enough. Take a full breath and reach. Uh-oh. Now's not the time to come to me, Miko. Exhale, reach back. You showing us how to do a downward dog? It's a downward cat. Now you can start by pressing the foot. And as you do that, inhale to lift up more. And then exhale, you can flip the grip so the elbow's pointing up and pull the heel towards the butt cheek. And it's really helping to open up the front of the shoulders as well. And the chest. Good. One last breath. Slowly release, flex the ankle. Let your left hip drop. And then sweep your right leg around. Good. Soles of feet together. Hi, Miko. We're doing this again, huh? No? Okay, thank you. Just passing through. Bring the soles of your feet together. Clasp your hands over the tops of your feet. You can sit upon a block. I really should be, but I don't have one. I do have one over there, but I'm too lazy to reach for it. Not ashamed to admit that. So press the feet down. So remember how we were giving support to the back of the thigh? We're pressing the back of the thigh into the hands. Do that here now with the feet. And as you push the knees down, you're pulling the head, the heart forward. Baddha Konasana, bound angle. One more breath. And then release. Straighten your legs out just for a moment. Oh, look at the time. Geez. Good. Come onto your back. You know where we're going. Constructive rest. Cactus arms. Full breath in. Full breath out. Shift knees to one side. Full breath in and out. Keep the belly toned, pick the knees up. Inhale. And exhale, knees to the other side. Full breath in and out. Keep the tone of the belly, knees back up. Inhale, bring knees into chest for a little squeeze. And then extend your legs fully along your mat. Naughty Miko. Sorry, guys. A little interruption there. Miko stealing food. That's not his. So into your Shavasana shape. From the inside, noticing what you feel, what you sense, any warmth. Maybe the heartbeat is a little bit quicker. Perhaps the breath is flowing more freely. Or maybe there's a more sense of calm through the body now. And notice the sensations as they move from the inside all the way to the extremities, the bottoms of your feet, your toes, the fingers, and the crown of your head. And just continue to breathe deeply and fully here. For the next few minutes. So from the outside moving in, begin to become aware of your surroundings and your body on your mat. Slowly starting to wake up. Take a breath in and extend the arms way above your head. And exhale, sigh it all the way out. Draw your knees into your chest. And then go ahead and release your feet to the floor. Make your way onto your side. And then come up and rejoin me in a comfortable seated position. Bring your hands to your heart. Go, leave me alone. I'd like to thank you so much for joining me this morning for a cuppa and a stretch, and for trusting me to guide you through your practice today. Be free, be true, and always be you. Blessed be.